I put a washer in here and chucked it up tight. It's just to hang on to it down in the grooves down there. And then I've ground a boring bar here, which I've got set up so that it doesn't touch any of the teeth. And I'm going to fire this up, and I'm just going to bring this in until it starts to touch, and then I'm going to take a pass. So let's see what kind of fun we can have with this. Yeah, I'm going to put it in low. I can just feel it touching. So I'm going to come in 3/1000 and back it out, and I'm going to just take a nice easy manual pass here. Sounds like we're hitting only one of the jaws. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we're touching 2 of the 3. So we're hitting this one, we're hitting this one, but we're not hitting this one yet. So I'm going to go in and take another pass. I'm going to go 5/1000. Here it looks like we're getting all 3. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I'm going to pause here for a minute and switch these gears back so I can use the power feed in non-threading mode. So I'm going to shut you off here so as not to bore you, just so I can get a real final good pass on here. So back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. And I'm getting a little faster at the gears. This time it only took me 10 minutes. Hey, but we'll get there. Let's see, I want to pull this threading dial back so it's not sitting here spinning. I don't remember what size wrench that was though. Holy crap, they put a big enough one in there. That thing's 4 millimeters. Alright, we're not dragging, so that's a good thing. Okay, we're going to give this another whirl here. I didn't come in at all, I just left it there. I figured I'd just take kind of a pass and see what I had. Because I got to stop it just before it touches that washer. We're going to have some major grindage going on right there. And then bring it back out. So that was kind of my practice run. So I'm going to come in about 3 thousandths, and I'm going to take another, like a finish pass in here. Alright. So yeah, that's a nice finish. Okay. So I was originally thinking that I was going to come in and cut these back on this side, but the jaws are reversible. And so because they're so thin here, and if I put in a piece of stock less than 1 inch, I'd like to have that much grip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them around, face this side, and then I'm going to cut them back about halfway. And I'm going to come down probably a 1/2 inch, because I think they're 3/4 of an inch deep. And I got to get that out of the way if I'm going to put a ruler up there, apparently. Yeah, so they're 3/4 of an inch. So, you know, maybe I'll come in 3/8 of an inch and split it, and that'll leave me still 3/8 jaw. You know, just kind of come in and take that out on the inside, obviously. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to mark these jaws so they have to go back in the same position every time. And then I'm going to flip them around. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, I flipped the jaws around. You can see the part that we machined here is on the outside. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to face the inside off here real quick. And then we'll start our cut outwards. Like I said, I think we'll go 3/8 of an inch. And we're just touching there. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to put the auto feed on. Kind of a wobble going in there. I unseated the mandrel without thinking earlier, and then I just tightened it back up and it might have shifted, so I'm going to get that wobble out of there before I go any further, or I'm just going to be making more of a mess. Yeah, it's not all the way against the back here, so I'm guessing that was our issue. Yeah, there we go. Now we're all the way back. So let's tighten that up. And then we'll put this back on and we'll look at it again. Let's see what we got. Much better. Alright, so we're going to come back in. We're going to find our chuck, or, yep. All right. There we go. You can hear we got kind of an interrupted cut going. We're going to run him in, and then we'll come out and take a little more off until we're cutting all the jaws together. Taking another 5 thousandths off. Still doesn't sound like we're hitting them all. But after this pass, we'll stop and take a look. Yeah, we're into 2 of them pretty deep, but we're not into that one quite as deep, so I'm going to take another 5 off. And one more pass. There we go, that looks pretty good. Alright. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. If I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is use the boring bar and just work my way out. So I'm going to put a little bit of Daikin Blue on there. Just a little bit. Mark a spot where I want to stop the cut. We'll let that dry. And I suppose I should do the same thing for my depth, right?
What's the plate? 29T. Number. 29THD03.
All right. We'll let that dry for a minute. I know it's boring, right? But and then we'll take our little machinist ruler.
THD03. T. HD03. H. D03. D. 03.
So I think I'm going to come back 3/4 of an inch. That's what I'm thinking. And put a mark in there.
Sure. What do you call a 3-hunt count?
Do I have? Yeah, we've got enough there that I can do that. Enough angle.
What do you call?
So I'm just going to kind of,
3
I've got 1.5 inches there on the side. So yeah, I'm going to come back to 3/4 here. And I'm just going to mark those. I'm just going to put up a little bit of speed here. I'm just going to take that cross slide. And I'm just going to feed that in until I just touch. So I'm only marking one by the looks of it. So I'm going to have to come in just a little bit more. There we go, 2, maybe 3 of them going. There we got all 3. So I'm going to cut with the boring bar out to that point. Now as far as depth goes, I need to get a little scratch awl of some kind here apparently, because I don't think I have one. Use the tip of a file though. So